Hi everybody, welcome to day 6 of our 10-day core challenge. My name is Dr. Jennifer Teasdale. If you haven't been following along, today, day 6, we are deconstructing the plank. So plank is often seen as a level 1 or a beginner exercise or a good place to start for core. And the deconstruction in that is that it is often done 90% of the time, I would say, just as a blanket statement. I have no statistical proof of this, but just being a movement connoisseur, being in classes and watching social media, 90% of the time it's typically done incorrectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to correctly perform a plank from your knees, correctly perform a plank from your toes, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about things to watch out for, and I'll even just show you the common things that I see. There's only about 2 things that I see. And then as long as you're using your 360-degree breath in your plank, you are in fact working your inner core. And this is really key because you can maybe make it look the same as me from your home or at the gym, but if you're not using the breath into your back and into your belly and into your sides and into your pelvic floor, then you're not actually creating that intra-abdominal pressure that stabilizes spine, and you're definitely not increasing the strength of your core. The one thing you're definitely going to notice is that it's a lot more challenging when you start to add that 360-degree breath, and that you have to breathe in it. A lot of people that do this in the fitness classes will say, and then breathe, and everyone laughs because no one's breathing. So if you're holding your breath, you're going to be causing some different stability strategies that often can lead themselves to injury. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start on forearms and knees, and then we're going to go forearms and toes. Okay, so start off in our plank. I've got my elbows underneath my shoulders, and I'm pushing my spine up between my shoulders. And I'm going to take my thumbs to the sky because as I rotate my hands out, I actually start to use my rotator cuff a little bit more. My toes are tucked. You might not be able to see that. Tucked toes. And then I'm on my knees. And from here, I've got my rib cage and my pelvis in a neutral, in neutral alignment, or in alignment, so that I can use that breath. And then from here, I'm just going to pop up onto my toes. So now my legs are going straight. Rib cage and pelvis still in alignment. Oftentimes I see this where I see the low back coming down towards the ground, or I see the bum too high up into the air. So one more time. I see more of like a saddle effect, or I see the opposite where bum is up to the sky. So if we've got that saddle effect, that's really the more concerning of the two. The saddle effect, so if that's your low back, that saddle effect is compressing your lumbar spine. It's actually inhibiting your core or your abdominal muscles from the front. Those are being inhibited. Inhibited means that they can't be activated because the muscles in the back are so tight. And you can't use your diaphragm or your pelvic floor to be able to breathe in a 360-degree fashion. I typically see that version. The other version that I showed you, where bum up is in the air, if your bum up is in the air and your rib cage and your pelvis are in one long line, it's kind of like a downward facing dog or a bear pose, all are fine, or dolphin pose as well in yoga. As long as you're doing the breath that way, you are getting a benefit. You might find that you might want to pop down onto your knees and just take it a level down so that you can continue to participate. So some things to watch out for in plank are going to be that ab separation, or linea alba. When you're in a plank, it's really good to either lift your shirt up or even just to feel around, because what you'll find is gravity is now pushing down on your back, and then that can drive, if you don't have that rib cage and that pelvis, or it's not an appropriate time for you to do this exercise, even if you have the alignment, you're actually going to cone, or some of that pressure is going to push through the linea alba or in that ab separation. And if that happens, that's an indication to you that your body is not ready to be in this plank position. And it's time to find something else. So maybe working the first 5 exercises of the core challenge.